for the sake of, I think for future purposes, we don't know whatever cutting our delicate mansion in their family, how they, I feel like there's just a lot in Adeleke's family, that Davido wants Imade to be part of, which she's not. Because really, could really need it. Because I will say, let Imade grow up with her mom. Don't take the girl child away from the mother. As for me, tó bá pè yẹn ni kó fi ọmọ yẹn lẹ̀ kó dàgbà pẹ̀lú yẹ. Ọmọ bá ti dàgbà, ó lè choose pé, Mom, I want to go see my dad, or Mom, I want to go do this. You understand? But I just feel like he's fighting for that because the mother is not in the family gathering, and he can't take her on a more travel. What happens? Yeah, I think that's my submission. Thank you. What happened? Life is beautiful. Speak, please. Okay. No, actually, it's next. That's what I was trying to tell him. Like, actually, the next person.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. I hope all of you had a wonderful Valentine's Day. Please, can we all power tap? Let's power tap to 150. It is not fair that this life is not up to 150. Can we all power tap? Please don't forget to send your help me to the host. And also, can we also meet the live goals? Please share to other people so we can join the conversation. It seems to be a very... Sister, for me, I am inboxing, ma'am. And I think everybody will really, really enjoy this topic. Please let us all power tap. Can we all power tap to 150? It's not too much. If everybody in this box and the FIP, that's 621, can all power tap, we can get there. Please let us all power tap. Don't forget to send your help me to the host. And also, please be a generous giver, please. The host is grateful. My own submission is so simple, and although I sum up everything, and the question I want to ask is, why is Sophie not going to release this child to Davido when they're having the family gathering? Why? This guy is paying, this guy is paying the school fees, does everything, and I don't think it's fair enough. I don't think it's fair enough for you not to let that child be in the family gathering. These are the things that we say the children miss in their father. He wants to be a responsible father. Yes, he's married now. Yes, he wants to correct things. But can you not let him see his child when they're having...
Somebody put in the comment section now that we shouldn't forget that that child is his first child. Yes.
Benny.
Stop it. To be there in the gathering,
and this comes to the fact that David wants to use his power, his weapon to fight this battle. Yes, I don't think he needs it to be 100%. He does not need the custody because obviously he cannot be there physically for that child. But if it comes to gathering, special occasion, even if it's for the family or for him personal, I think it is up for Sophie to release that child to be in the father's gathering. And this is why we say that these children need their father. Yes, he's a superstar. Yes, he's always busy.
Life is beautiful. What if he's coming from... I know what you people are saying. I'm going to be throwing questions out there. Allow me to be the devil's advocate tonight. Yes. So yes. I'm not either anywhere. So I can throw question to you wherever you are standing. What if Sophia is doing it coming from a place of, safety for her child? If she believes, I'm not saying she's right, but what if she believes that, sending my child by herself, my child will not be safe? Will that not be a good reason?
And then when are you going to release that child to see the father? When are you going to tell me that
she said that she will release, but I think so. My release. She said she will release. Only Sir.
And let's us be honest with ourselves. There's no way that child is not going to be safe around Davido. That is his first child. This, like everybody said, she's using the weapon, that child, as a weapon against Davido, because knowing the fact that that's Davido's first child, people will be safe here, running. So that's why I'm coming out from this angle that because custody does Davido need need this? No, he doesn't need it. But I feel that Sophie should allow that child to be in any social gathering of their family. She deserves it, and the video also required it to be there. So you got to answer now, and we are doing co-parenting. Over because over when she played the video new, I'm very sure the video does not want to go to court to do all this thing. But because Sophie is trying to use it as a weapon against him, so the video not him gonna only against it. So I don't think the video needs it, doesn't need it, but Sophie try to release that child whenever there's a social gathering. That is the simple thing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Life is beautiful. It's actually Emma's turn. It's Emma.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, Emma.
I'm not going to say nothing about 30 BG gang or whatever, because this is not about 30 BG gang. This is about Davido and Adi. Everything that Olu has said, she's not wrong, but joint custody is different. The meaning of joint custody in Nigeria is different from the meaning of joint custody in America, okay? That's number one.
Number two, about it, please. What's the difference, please?
Okay, so I cannot speak on that until you read the content of the pleadings for this particular issue. So if you don't read the pleadings, you are going to assume a lot of things, and I do not want to come from the place of assumption. What I'm going to say is that the thing that has gone wrong with this particular case is that Davido lost his cool. They guaranteed that he was going to lose his cool. There was a guarantee that he was going to lose his cool on this matter because they hit him at the soft spot. So his lawyer would have done a better job by telling him that they might hit you from here, and in the ground that in the point that they do hit you from here, keep your cool. Keep your cool as much as possible. And that part is his son that he lost, right? Now, could there have been negligence? There are many sides to the story, okay? There could have been negligence. You can say that he was negligent. You can say that it could have happened to anybody, right? Now, the fact is that you cannot deny the fact that Sophia wants her child. She wants the best for her child as much as Davido wants the best for his child too. Now, the other side is that, are we using that ground under the guise of I want the best for my child? Are we using that ground to punish the other person, to make the other party look bad? Because the court is not bothered about how you feel about this child.
That's a different change it.
Sorry.
The court is
Ọlọ́run máa dá fún yín. Ẹ máa kọ́ ọ̀hún Ọlọ́run máa dá fún yín. Iná àti iná kàtà sára.
Apologies.
Friday. That's what we use on Friday.
I need to delete it. Sorry, that was Friday vibes.
So the court is not bothered about. The court is not bothered about how you feel, your feelings. The court is bothered about facts. Okay? So your emotions will be put aside in the best interest of the child. If the content of the pleadings show that all Davido wants is, I want access to my child at a certain time. Olu was right to say that he's not going to be the best parent to that child because, because of your type of work that he does. He's not going to be able to go for school pickups and everything, except he's in the go-go. Except if he's in the country. So is that something that could have been worked on in their negotiation, in their different when they do mediation? It could have been worked on because they could have sat down and said, hey, based on the kind of job I do, can I see her? Can I do pickups? Can I be there? Can I have access to her when I'm in the country? A, B, C, D. You will have, at least that's what I would have begged. That's what I would have begged. I would have put down in my negotiation if I was his lawyer, right? Those are the things I would have told him, because you're not going to get everything that you want. That is a very practical, if you're a good divorce lawyer, you should tell your client, you have to understand you're not going to get everything that you want. But if you really want to show that you love this child, and then you have to consider the personality of the people that you are dealing with as a lawyer. Is this person crazy? Is this person just ready to just burn the whole house down? If that person is trying to do that, then you have to be very careful. They don't care about the child. They just want to make you look bad. So these points we have to put in mind. Now, if I were Davido, let the child be where the child wants to be. The child can stay with the mother. The mother is not willing to budge. Okay? If you really want to she wants nanny, give the money for the nanny. Let the nanny come so that she can attend. My own is that the child should be with me. Okay? If that's really the intention of Sophia, if that was really her reason, that's what I'm going for. Now, I will go out on a limb and say that was not really her intention. She has her underlying reason for behaving the way she's behaving, now asking for whatever she's asking. As much as everybody wants to say, no, you don't want to, let's be logical, let's be this, let's that. That emotional aspect is there, okay? It is you who has to stand and say, my child is important to me. I want to see this child, and I want this child to be involved, okay? People in the comment section, they've gone haywire saying, oh, is he going after the son? I don't know nothing about the son. I don't have facts about this. So we don't know anything about it. So it is what is here, okay? It is what is here that we're dealing with. In order to get to a situation where you can be able to have a good sit down with the parties involved, where you want to actually work for something. The only reason why Olu, for instance, and her spouse, ex-spouse, can have the agreement that they come to is because she does not have feelings of bitterness against the guy. She has worked it out over the time. Okay, because if she did, she will go out she will do whatever. Okay, and that's the part I want you guys to always remember. Life is beautiful. I did not stop you when you were talking. No, calm down.
No time need, nothing. No time need. So that people.
No, Emma, okay. In fact, you've used going 10 minutes now. That's why he's telling you.
Which 10 minutes? I give to you. I give.
Yeah, so what I'm trying for us to let us understand the difference between Sophia and Olu is that Sophia is still bitter. Olu is no longer bitter, and that's why she can allow her ex-husband to be and stay with take pictures or whatever with her child. Me, as I'm talking to you like this, if anybody, I will not agree. My child is my child. I don't want any drama. So everybody should, keep this thing away. My own is that in order for that child to actually, if Sophia really loves that child and wants, I feel, okay, she's the mother of the child. We cannot want more than the mother of the child, okay? But there are things that she might not see. The child might want to be involved with the other children or just hang out. Whatever the reason, she's keeping her child away from that. She knows best, but I hope she's able to live with the decisions that she makes. That's it. And everybody will be okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Emma. Thank you so much. Please, can we all power tap? Please, let us power tap. I said we should power tap to 150. We are not there yet. Please, let us power tap. Before we can go on, and do you want any announcement, any advertisement, anything you want to make?
Yes, guys, please help me to patronize Being Culture. That's she there. She's selling Orishi Bubu, and she's currently doing up to 40% off. She's in the US, but she will send anywhere. She has her own design, which are still fantastic, and she has new design too. That's her contact there. You can just screenshot my screen in order to contact her on that number, or you can contact her on TikTok and IG, BE Culture. The culture is K. Thank you. Consider LIB.
Please, can we all power tap? Let us. Any suru, Mr.
Jibri, Valentine gift to me.
Observation, money, observation, so 10 seconds.
Oh yeah, 1, 2.
I do know. Since you took over my press, I should own another move.
ló bí green white green jáde. Ọrùn mọ́jú ọ̀nà ló bí. Wọn ò tí sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń dákẹ́ náà.
Ọmọ Nàìjíríà rere ni mí, báwo lè ṣe fẹ́ mọ̀?
Get that power tap. Let us go power tap, please. Let us power tap. Let us get.
Guys, tẹ́ bá sí enjoy show ẹ̀ kí power
Let
tap
us power
fún
tap.
ẹ̀dá.
150.
Kí power tap tẹ́ bá enjoy show.
150.
Ní lọ sí gift gallery, kẹ́ lọ ṣe mí dáadáa.
Please, there, please. Can
Èyí
you all?
Sunday.
Can we shower? Bishop, do you know what? For 5 minutes, just shower the host with gift for Valentine. Let us shower the host for Valentine. Oh yeah. For Valentine.
I see you.
Shower.
My
For
Demi,
today,
thank you.
You know, today is Val's Day for her. Let us shower her with Valentine present. Oh yeah. Please see another one now. Please let you. Come on, guys, we can do it. Come on, let us power tap and shower the host with gift. Just show her that you love her. That gift enough. It shows that yes, you love her. Happy Valentine to Sister Dupe. I guess I think you. I guess I'm actually enjoy you. When you job alone, everything will you turn bell, please. Wherever you're taking that money from, it will continue to grow in multiple folds.
Thank you. Thank you, my beautiful family. God bless
how
you.
it gives. Come on, you guys are amazing. You guys are amazing.
Thanks for the gift and thanks for the love.
You guys are so amazing. Thank
God
you
bless
so
you.
much. You guys are doing amazing. Also, don't forget to share the host or share the live to other people.
No, this live is not only for Yoruba. We do speak Yoruba.
That's also. So
sometimes we might need to speak Yoruba because of TikTok, depending on what we're talking about.
Yeah,
when we do all of it in English, sometimes TikTok gives us a Kinotimanpi. That's why.
Yeah.
But if you're patient enough, you hang in there. Even if there is Yoruba, you will still understand. We still
Please,
speak
guys, come
English.
on, let us power tap.
Thank you.
Don't forget to host the album. Hey, me see the gift to host now. Also take that gift to do now. Come on, you guys.
Sorry, please. I have to say something quick.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody is saying that Davido is rich, but you all refuse to see that the guy is badly behaved. His behavior, his bad behavior is not in question, number one, okay? Number two, you guys are not bothered about his behavior. His behavior is so bad, but it does not affect his money. Abi, as in, let's make it make sense. It's not about his money. If he was not rich, would you be
Emma, I'm sorry
Come on, let's be using our brains.
It's badly behaved, but hold on, please, Mr. Bukayo. You said it's badly behaved, so that doesn't give him the right to see his child, to have access to his child, to spend time with his child.
Exactly.
Please let us make sense. Because we are doing, I think people are being sentimental about this.
Say something.
Can I say something? Hold on, sir. Everybody mute.
Mr. Bukayo, Mr. Mike.
Emma, sorry.
Mr. Bukayo, you're actually next.
Okay.
You are next, Mr. Bukayo. So please hold on a second. You're actually next. After Mr. Bukayo is Mr. Mike. Yeah, it's Mr. Bukayo, then Mr. Mike. So life is beautiful. Let's Mr. Bukayo
If I get on the 150, me think I'll take the 150. Let us get to 150. We will start talking back. I'm just waiting for us to tap to 150. You know, if we can't tap to 150, we're not going to go anywhere. Let us tap to 150.
Okay, please, guys, power tap so that we can
Get to 150. Let's get to 150. I was born on my D150. Otin low. Let me get forward me.
Amadebe, life is beautiful.
Oh yeah, Mr. Bukayo. Oh yeah, better so the mic.
Okay, good evening. You see, one thing about Imade, people don't know in that family. Imade is very important in that family. Reason being that is the first child of that family, of that man, at which Adeleke, because all the Davido's elders ones they are not from Adeleke's, like maybe Sharon, Coco, they married outside. So Imade is the first grandchild of Adeleke. So they want, even from the beginning of her life, they want her in that family. So they don't want to be their first seed should be outside, be looking at her from far away. They just want Imade in that family to be seen, to be present. So Sophia knows those things. So he's using it to fight back on David because he could not get married to David. The man actually accepts Sophia from the day one, not David. So that's the problem of Sophia with Davido. So not that David was fighting out for the custody of anything. The father really want the custody of Imade. Before, Imade always goes to Davido's father's house, to the family's house, to go and spend weekend, and Sophia stopped it. So that's the problem. Not that Sophia was doing it intentionally, not that for any other thing about the co-parent. Sophia was doing it intentionally, that he knows that Imade was very important in that family because he's the number one. And if you love your child, you cannot let him be outside. You have the money to train that child. So you don't want him to be outside there struggling, doing so many things. That's the one thing I can say about it.
Thank you, Mr. Bukayo. Thank you very much. Mr. Mike. Mr. Mike, are you there?
Oh, yeah, I'm here. Okay.
Mr. Bukayo, can I borrow your box, please, quickly?
Oh my God.
Okay, good evening,
Mr.
everybody.
Dora, you have to wait because everybody that came before you would have to speak.
I understand.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you so much, Mr. Dora.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Mike, move
All
on.
right, let me say this. I want us to leave sentiments apart. Sophia nìkan kò lè dàbí ọmọ. Ọmọ yẹn ní bàbá. Now, when you talk, I'm a what's it called? I'm a single father, and I got custody of my two daughters, age 2 and age 4. Girls, I got custody of age 2 and age 4, and today they are 10 and 8. Okay, now the court doesn't care. Usually, the court doesn't care about we are war at the X like Arayan, like Arayan. The court always focuses on the best interest of the child. Now, there's no court that will say this person should also not spend time with the father or spend time with the mother. I take a reverse situation here. Because of our David ni ọmọdé wa kí wọ́n deny mama any access. Everybody will say ó ti lo owó ẹ̀ láti block access. Are you getting it? Now, it's also fair that he wants to be in the life of this child. So, even if the Sophia is going to be the primary custodian, there's something called holiday access. Okay? Maybe during holidays, they might have shared holiday. Somebody takes the first half, somebody takes the second half of the holiday. Christmas holiday, Easter holiday. There should be an arrangement. Okay? Now, if I were him, I will not drop that court case, no matter what has happened. At the end of the day, if he pursues that court case, he will have the worst he can get is access to that child. Now, if today, what is Sophia regarding Lori Omoye, do you think Sophia will not go back to court to go and start asking for the money? Now, if a man is giving you money, why are you denying access to that child? Is irresponsible as far as I'm concerned, because he's paying school fees, he's doing what he should do as the father of the child. It is also fair to also give him access. Now, bringing up the issue of Ifeanyi, I want you to Davido, in terms of rank or in terms of popularity, don't they lose their children? Anything can happen at any time, even though we don't pray for it. Now, that should not be a serious factor. Now, the matter that is presently in court is the issue of Imade. So, drawing sentiments from other examples, shouldn't have come in. Okay, I've been to 3 different courts on the custody of my daughters. And those 3 courts, they've given me custody of these children. But today, by next weekend, the mother is coming around. They are going to spend time with her. Even though they were supposed to spend the weekend, I'm saying, okay, take them for the next 10 days. They are on holiday. When you are going back to wherever you are going to, return them back to me. So there must be co-parenting.
Do
Yes.
you know why that was possible? Because you were both willing and you put the love of your children, you allow that love to be more than your whatever hatred or anger you have for each other. And I've always said it that as parents, if we cannot get to that point where the love that we have for our child is more than, whatever we are feeling towards their dad or their mom, I need to be concerned.
Should I say this to you, ma?
Yes.
We were not both willing from the beginning. The court will make you to be willing. No woman should say, I will not let you have access. No man should say, I will not let you have access.
True.
But because the two of you somehow abhors hatred, there's tendency that somebody will want to do that. It's the court that will streamline you and say, no, you can't do this. And there's something called contempt of court. If the court says, don't do this, and you do it, they'll throw you into the prison. And I'm sure nobody wants to go to prison. So that's why I said if I were Davido, I will get to the end of that case. At the end of the day, the court will rule. And then let's see who will not abide by the ruling. It should just ask for access. That's all it needs.
Mr. Mike, sir, báwo ni case eléyìí ṣe end? Did Davido cut it off or was there a judgment?
No, what really happened was the moment they brought up the issue of his son, they already knew it's a very sensitive issue to him. He flared up in the courts, and I think he just created a scene inside the courtroom, and the magistrate had to tell him to go out. Okay, so when he eventually came in, they asked him to apologize to the lawyer and to the court. So he apologized to the court. He said he will never apologize to the lawyer. And of course, not apologizing to the lawyer means that he's also disobeying the magistrate. So at the end of the day, he just left the whole matter that he's not doing again. You get? No, but you see, nobody wants to lose a child. Now, that lawyer should not have brought it up. Some lawyers are very insensitive. They want to use, that's your pain point for argument.
Mr. Mike, the lawyer is doing
Mr. Mike, no, Mr. Mike, I disagree. I
That's what
disagree
they are
because,
doing.
so I disagree because, and this is why I said I disagree. His lawyer should have prepared him for the probability of that being used against him, because nobody's going to come at you with your strengths. They're going to come at you with your weaknesses. Okay, that's what they're going to fight you against. Do you not know that everybody knows that thing hurt him? Okay, and they know that Chioma might be his weak point, or anything that regards Chioma will be his weak point. Okay, so or his children might be his weak point. So they should have prepared him psychologically that no matter what happens, this is going to occur. You should be ready.
You need to keep your cool.
Yeah. Emma, I understand.
Mr. Mike, round up.
Okay.
Mr. Mike, and I want to say something before we move forward. Please, people in the comment section, everybody is entitled to their opinion. Please do not insult anybody in the comment section. If you continue to insult people, we're going to mute you. Everybody in the box that come up to talk, everybody has their own opinion. Your opinion will be different from mine. We cannot all reason the same way. So let people give their submission and speak their truth. Leave it alone. Don't come here calling you people stupid and silly. Please stop it. Please. Mr. Mike,
let me round up, okay?
Mr. Mike, hold on. There's somebody in the comments, because I'm not on doing. Only I need a good lawyer in Manchester to fight access to my daughter. I'm in Spain. So that's him. I don't know if it's him. I don't know if it's him or her. But if anybody can help, he has been putting that, or he or she has been putting that continuously. So if you have any help you can render, or you are a lawyer in Manchester, or you know a lawyer in Manchester, please help this person. Continue, Mr. Mike.
Okay, so everybody knows that Davido and his family love kids, and his love for his child. We always want him to have that child around him. Now, Sophia is using that against him seriously because she's denying access. But I also think he should go back to court at another time and still follow up with access to the child. Now, when you have access to your child, and maybe when you are supposed to be there, you are not there, Sophia can go back to court and say, look at who you gave access. He's not doing what he's supposed to do. And then the court can withdraw the access. But Sophia should not put herself in the position of a judge and say, I will not give you access. It's wrong. And of course, if the table is turned around, Davido should also not have done, should not do that to her. It's unfair. At the end of the day, the child needs the father and needs the mother. And if the paramount interest of the child is what is the court considers, I think he should have access. That's my submission.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mike.
Olu, I was going to ask you a question, but I'm okay. If Davido now stop giving this child money and school fees, what would now happen then? Based on this thing, and that was my question.
She will go to court and get.
Why would he stop doing that?
No, Emma, even if he stops, everybody's allowed to take everybody to court. If you feel that your partner, your supposed partner is not doing what they're supposed to do, right?
Partner, I go now.
I be your baby mama, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. But wherever you feel that you need to get child support, whatever you need to do, you guys can take each other to court. If you cannot amicably sit down as adults and think about the children involved, because a lot of people put sentiments, oh, Shemi, I'm upset with you hurt me. But we'll always forget one thing. The person that is most affected in all this thing is always the children. Sister Dora. Yeah, Sister Dora.
Oh, thank you for hanging in there, sis.
Sorry, I really wanted to speak because my battery is kind of low. I wanted to go off. Good evening, everybody. Okay, so I really want to speak about this topic because first of all, I think it's kind of sensitive because speaking from a place of a single mother, a baby mama to somebody that doesn't care about the children, it's really kind of sensitive. But then again, I can't really dispute the fact that being a single mother does not mean you should be senseless. I don't know if that makes sense. But okay, Sophia is a single mother to Davido, is a baby mama to Davido, and this person is asking for custody. I don't think it's a big deal though. Like for me, I don't think it's a big deal. It's just a matter of understanding for both parents because the child needs both parents. I don't know if that makes sense. You can't tell me that you can raise a child by yourself and you're cool with everything. It doesn't work that way. It's not possible. Even if the father is not sensible or maybe responsible, but for the fact that this father is trying to be in the picture, I think you should appreciate that, because speaking from a single mother that doesn't have any support from the father, I think that's really a big deal for me. If my baby daddy was a kind of person that he just want to have access to the child and be in the child's life, I don't think I would have a problem with that. And then another thing that I want to speak about is the fact that I don't see a big deal with Davido going mad for the fact that the lawyer used his child's death for Sophia's whatever. It's not a big deal for me, because if you are sensible enough and if you're somebody that has been to court before, you would know that definitely they are going to use this against you. Let's leave sentiment aside. They are definitely going to use that against you. So it should not be a big deal for you. He wouldn't have blew up or whatsoever if he really wanted to be in the child's life. I don't know if that makes sense. But him blowing up, I don't blame him for that because losing a child is not easy like the way we see him. Like now, only when it happens to you before you go know say okay now really now so it be truly. But him blowing up, he would have just kept his calm if really he wanted to like be there. But then again, okay, the deed has been done. Okay, what's the next? But okay, if I want to be honest, if I was Davido, I would just leave the child for Sophia. I'm serious. I don't know if I really, because I don't know, but if I really have to be there, maybe paying school fees, paying for whatever care and whatever, I would do that. But trying to be in the child's life, I don't think I would want to be there. If I was the widow, I wouldn't want it to be there, to be honest. So this is not something that we should be blaming one party because maybe we like one person more. We should speak based on the fact that the child needs both parents. To be honest, because if we want to say, oh, okay, because I'm a single mother, I just feel like Sophia is bitter. Because personally, if somebody tells me that, oh, your baby daddy is getting married, or your baby daddy is married to, or the love of his life, or whatsoever, believe me, I won't be happy about it. I would not be happy. I no go happy. For the first, I don't move on. I'm with somebody else, but I no go dey happy. Say he don't go dey marry, they enjoy life with another person. Leaving me with his children, I won't be happy about it.
Dora, come
Yes.
back.
Sister,
Come back home, Dora.
I'm
Said even if you have moved on, even if you're seeing somebody, you will still not be happy that he's moving
wait,
on.
calm down. That's human beings for you. That's human beings for you.
No, speak for yourself.
No, that's human beings for you. A lot of women will not be happy about it.
Basharam,
No, you can't tell me that you're a woman
Dora,
and
hold on,
wait,
Dora.
your baby daddy is
Dora.
moving on with somebody else.
Hold
And
on,
you
Dora.
wait, calm down.
Close.
And you will be free.
Calm down.
Wait, can you allow me to land, please? Can you
Calm
allow
down.
me to finish
Calm
talking?
down. You calm down and listen to me.
Okay, I'm calm.
If you are in a relationship and
Yes.
it bothers you that your baby daddy is moving on, that means you're not happy. That means that relationship you're in, you are not happy. Probably you just entered it rush and you are not happy. My sister, if
That's
you are
not the
happy,
case. Okay, that's not the case.
Consign person we won't move
Can
on.
I say something?
Go ahead.
That's not the case. That's not the case here. Because wait, let me say something. Let me speak for myself. Like I will use myself an example. For an example, right? Okay, let me say. Okay, as of when we splitted, he was still very young. I was still very much younger then, right? And then moving on, he never cared for the kids, right? And I had to take the responsibility myself. For how many years? This is almost 10 years that I've been in the picture all alone with zero support or whatsoever, both from his family or whatsoever. You cannot tell me that as a mother that is pained and has gone through all this all alone, then all of a sudden, even if I've moved on, even if I've been with somebody else, all of a sudden, I heard that or I've seen online that this person is moving on with somebody else. You expect me to be genuinely happy for this person? That's not possible. I don't know if you get my point.
Dora,
No, Sister Dora, you're talking. See, let me say something. If my ex comes today, that is getting married, I'll be so happy for him.
No, that's not true. I'm sorry. That's not true.
No. I will tell you.
No,
I
you
will tell
can't.
you why.
You can't.
No,
I'm sorry. You can't.
No, Sister
I
Dora.
can't
No,
pretend.
like you said, you are
I can
speaking
also
for
pretend I'm
yourself.
genuinely
I'm
happy for him,
talking
but it's not
about
true.
me. Sister
No,
Dora,
Dora,
I'm talking
you're
about
not talking about
I'm
yourself.
sorry.
you.
So she's
No,
talking
you
about
just for you.
herself.
You cannot tell me how if my daughter's father comes to me today is getting married, I'll be happy for him. The only thing is I just want to know who the lady is so I can know who's going to be around my daughter. That's it. I'm going to sit down and tell her, oh, this is what my daughter's likes. We're just going to have a conversation. That's his life. I'm happy for him. I've moved on. He's moved on. That's what they call
Yeah,
moving
right.
on.
Silois, please allow me. I think I understand where Dora is coming from now.
I do too.
Sometimes you want to shalaye, we will not get it right. Now, let me explain if this is what you mean. Because if this is what you mean, then I will understand. Is it that it's not about the fact that he is getting married or he's moving on that is hurting you. It's just the fact that he has not been pulling his weight in the child's life, and now
That's what I'm
he's
trying to
taking
say.
on another. No, you're making
Bestie.
it. We don't want. You see, hold on, Dora. You're making it sound like you're not happy because he's moving on. That's how it's coming out.
Okay.
But now I'm asking you that, is it that Kopu waiter is not helping with the kid? I'm doing everything, even as at the time that he's moving on and getting married.
That is what I said from the beginning. That is what I said from the beginning. That is what I said from the beginning. That coming from a place of where the father has never been in the picture. That is what I said from the beginning. You cannot tell me that you're genuinely happy for this person moving on with someone else. I don't know if you get my point. So I just feel like Sophie is kind of pained, and I kind of understand her pain, because even if I was Sophia, definitely I will feel bad. Yes, I will. So this is not something that we should be blaming.
You're mixing it up.
Will you feel bad?
You're mixing it up. Because you're talking about you now. Hold on. I understand where you are coming from, because in your own situation, the man is not pulling
let
his
me
weight
let me explain something to you. People are different. People express their pains differently. It must not be the way I express my. I don't know if you get that.
What if you are in a happy relationship?
Wait, it is different. Wait, let me tell you something. I just use myself as an example, because for me, this is what it is. And if this should happen, I would not be happy. But what about somebody that has, even if she has moved on, or maybe she doesn't even have somebody that she's seeing at all, right? But this person wants to move on and he wants to be in her child's life. She would not accept that. I don't know if you get that.
Sarah, please help us round up, please.
It's two different things. I just use myself as an example.
Yeah, we understand where you're coming from.
For every other woman, but I'm speaking for myself.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm kind of putting myself in her position too. And I'm kind of putting myself in Davido's shoes too. If I was him, I will definitely cut both the child and the mother off. I will cut them off for real.
Thank you, Stadora. Thank you for your submission. Thank you so much.
That's just it. This is not something that we should be blaming one person for whatever. It doesn't make sense.
Thank you so much for your submission.
No. Everybody has their opinion, Dora.
Exactly. I'm just
standing where you're
just my own opinion.
And I'm not going to
just my own opinion. It's not something that we should be blaming one person for
you're
whatever.
stupid. I am not going to say you're stupid for standing where you're standing. So I will not say somebody else that is standing where you are not standing. I won't call them stupid either.
Exactly.
Like you said, our opinion differs. Thank you, Dora. Can I just quickly say this?
I need to borrow your box, Sister Dora, please.
If Dora is doing this because she genuinely, because I am not Sophie. I said Dora, Sophie. I am not Sophie. So I'm not here to blame anybody. I am not in either of their shoes. We are talking based on what is online. But I just want to put this out there that if Sophia is genuinely doing this, as in not allowing her daughter to go spend time with the Davido, if it's coming from a place of, not having fear or thinking that our child is not safe, if that is where it's genuinely coming from, I'm with her. But if it's coming from a place of bitterness, if it is coming from a place of, I wanted this man, I didn't have this man, now he has moved on with another person, if that is where it's coming from, then it's not fair. You see what I said? If she genuinely feels that me releasing my child is not safe, I will not be there to supervise or see what's going on, and this is my only child, I cannot risk it, it's justified. If that is the reason, don't want to know a coin, because only God sees her heart, then she's justified to do whatever to stand her ground. But if her reason is because she's bitter, or she wants Davido and now she can't get Davido, or for whatever reason outside what I have said, who is going to speak next?
Sister Dupe, I'm gonna say my submission, but as of Joy said, you should please look at your private people's list so you can bring them up too. Because I think she's been with. Yeah, people on their private page. We can't bring them up. Yeah, the only one that can bring them up. Yes,
Sorry.
Yes, so please.
Yeah, I'll bring her up now. I didn't even know she has requested. I'll bring her up now.
Okay. So, I just want to say, I'm just going to say something, and based on your question, started, but did David really need custody battle? I'm not going to be on the sentimental bandwagon. Everybody's human, whether you're a star or a single person that is just working 9 to 5. I believe that every individual, every father, every mother needs to fight for their child. If you have to go to court to get access, to have custody, time with your child, do it. If as a mother, you feel that this man is not capable of being in my daughter's life, you guys go to. That's why you have the court to fight for you. So does Davido has right to have access to a child? I think he does. And that's why he took her to court. So everybody's saying that why now? If I want to see my child and you're not letting me see my child, and we had conversation, we have had a mediation done and it's not happening, I will take you to court. So for me, it's custody is necessary when somebody is not letting the other person have access. You always forget. People think that because you gave birth to the child, you need a man to go through that process. Even if you go to the sperm bank, you still need a process. It still has to have a man. Unless if they are doing artificial one that I don't know. But I'm just saying that if there's a process of you having a man, sleep with the man and have a child with that, you live with that man. You should know, laying and having a child with that man, that you have connected yourself to that man based on that child. So that man or that woman has access to see that child, or have access to have custody on that child whenever they choose to. If we cannot sit down as adults and have conversation on how we can co-parent, then we should go to court. For me, when I put in my papers for divorce, my ex gave me full custody. Didn't think about it twice. The court decided that you're supposed to have a half Christmas, half summer, every other weekend. I can guarantee you, since I've been separated and divorced from this man, he's never had one half a summer with my kid. I'm not bothered. If he can still do every other weekend, it's fine by me. Because I'm not going to force nobody to be a parent. If he feels that he needs to have more time, you can take me to court. It's stipulated in the documents. If you feel you want to spend more time with your child, do whatever you want to do. But when we put sentiment and because we feel a certain way, we forget at the end of there's the children that get affected by this. This child is going to grow up and he's a public figure. She's going to see him spending time with other children. You think that child is not going to be pained? You think that child is not going to be hurt? It's not fair. It's not fair for these children. When you meet each other, you and things go up it's between you and that person. It has nothing to do with the children. So let these children see whatever parent they want to see. Let them see their parents. For me, I get upset when I hear stories about people are fighting over, unless that the court has said that this person is incapable of being a parent or needs some kind of supervision. Maybe they are on drugs, or maybe they have some kind of sexual felon issues or they've been exposed somehow sexually, something. Then I can say that child doesn't have to be whatever around that parent. But you must have your facts why you don't want that child to be with the parent. And that's why you have the system to take care of that. When my my daughter's dad told me that he wanted to take my daughter to Nigeria, I started in December.
Please borrow me your box.
Sorry, Tilo. Yes, no, she came back again. She came back again. No, she came back again. She spoke earlier, so she came back again. When he said he wanted to take my daughter to Nigeria, I was scared. I go to Nigeria with my daughter. So I had to sit down and say, okay, what is my fear? Is it that, but I take my daughter to Nigeria. We travel, we go places together. So one time that he's telling me that, he wants to take his kids to Nigeria, I'm saying, I cannot let you go tonight. So I had to sit down and think, no, I can't do that. So I had a conversation with him. I said, oh, Benny, I'm not saying you can't take your daughter, but you can take her, but I will be in Nigeria. And he said, that's fine. So that in case you want to go out, she can be with me. Because I don't want you taking her somewhere place I don't know. And he said, fine, get your ticket. If you want to be in Nigeria, be in Nigeria. But I'm going to take my daughter with me. Conversation, Lani. When have you, because of our interest for whoever we are dating or been married, if I think about the things my my ex did to me, I'm not even supposed to say hello to him anymore. But I'm just thinking of one thing, my kid. Because I want her to have a relationship with her father.
Please let me know if you have a lawyer in the house, please. The question is, what is shared custody and what is legal access custody? Anybody help on that?
You don't need a lawyer to do that. I can explain that to you. You don't need a lawyer to do that.
All right, sis. Thank you, sis.
So for me, I would just say what I would say is, I keep saying that fact that if you as a woman, you have an issue with your baby daddy, or baby daddy has an issue with her, let it stop there. Don't bring it into the lives of the children, please. Because you have people on this platform that are actually going through this at the moment. And we cannot continue to say pettiness because of our own pettiness. We deprive children of having a relationship with their father or their mother. It's not nice. If you say you don't trust this person, then take the trip, be there. You don't have to go everywhere. If you want to have access, I don't know how we cannot, when communication became a problem, where we cannot just sit down as adults. If you can sit down, come and toast me and tell me, and walk life with me, and life doesn't happen anymore, then we can sit down and talk about how we want to raise the children. When it comes to even if I have to, hey, this is what your daughter needs, so okay, you come back. I never even took my ex to court for child support. In Kotoba, because, Sister Dupe, Sherry, Toba think Kokoba she baby and Lola. And I'm telling you, if something, God forbid, anything happens to Sophia, Davido is the next person they'll give that child to, because that's our father. We always forget about tomorrow. We only think about today. God forbid, think Kokoba she, the guy will still have that custody that you are requesting, you're not giving that child, that support you're not letting him do, that connection you're not letting him have at this moment. If anything happens to you, the next person they'll give that child to is the father. If anything happens, the next person they'll give to the mother. So we should always think about tomorrow. People saying God forbid, at that moment. You understand? You know what I'm talking about. If you're gone, you want to know who the child is with.
I'm with you on everything you have said, as in putting the child first. But one thing I know is situation A is different from situation B. A and B that is in situation A is D and C. So sometimes the dynamics, the story, the everything, the foundation is different. It's different. Probably if your ex was another person, or if you were of another behavior, maybe you wouldn't have gotten to that.
Please, I'd like to speak, please.
I'm about to round up.
Hold on, KP. Let's still round up. I'll give you
about to round up. I don't wish that on anybody.
Please, I can drop.
I'm not wishing that on nobody. I'm just stating the obvious fact.
Yeah, that's obvious.
Anything. I don't wish nobody dead. So everybody coming from me sexual
you know what? We know this game now. Don't read comments now, please.
So I'm just saying I don't wish nobody bad.
We know you don't. Apply sentiment. They know where you're coming from. I know.
Yeah, God forbid if anything happens to that person, the immediate person they will give custody is the next parent. So please let us do better, because there are people going through this same thing Davido is going through. This same Sophie or whatever is going. People are going through. Let us educate people how to do better. It's always about the kids, please. I'm that's my submission.
Thank you. No, hold on. KB Sari sọ̀rọ̀ kí lè lo box ẹ̀. Mr. Jibri, ẹ má bínú sir.
Cost of $2,000.
Agbára náà ń gbé.
Okay.
Till like Stadupe, I just want to say something. There are some people dropping comment that why is Davido not fighting for the custody of other children? I just want to let them know that why will Davido fight for the custody of other children when he knows that he has like same rights that their mom has on them? When he knows that if he decides to, okay, I want to see Haley today, I want to see Dawson today, if their mom doesn't have problem with it. There is no restriction. There is nothing. So why will he fight for custody of such children? There's no need to fight for custody. And I wanted to ask that those that are saying that maybe, Sophia feel that maybe Imade will not be safe with his father or a father or whatever. I want to remind everyone that this same woman has come so many times on social media to give kudos to Davido. So many comments of calling me the best father, the best daddy, good father.
God bless you, madam.
When
God
we were
bless you. Keep
together,
going.
when the going was good. I just want to say something that we women, we find excuse for men. When I start, we find excuse for men is that when we are dating, when we are in relationship, we know guys.
No excuse for men, no. Excuse for yourself. No excuse for men.
Okay. Let me just say what I want to say. We know when we are in a relationship, we know when this guy is not like, maybe when we are not there yet, when we are not the number one, when things are not right, we know that I like this person, but me think Jen number one. I'm not really I'm not there yet in his life. Maybe sometimes there are some women that knows that they cannot even call their boyfriend. And even if they just their friend that I can't call this guy, he will not pick, or he will tell me why are you calling me at this time. Even if their friend tell them that, but that is not right. That's not a good thing to do. They will find excuse for the guy. They will be finding excuse for what is not right. So that's what I'm saying, that because I was speaking to somebody today. She was married for like 4 years before they divorced, and she was always like on Sophia's side. So when we spoke, she was not saying that that for her own baby daddy, she will never accept that. She will never do this. I said, what is this person? I said, it's not honoring your baby daddy, it's your ex. And I said, in a marriage, before you guys divorced, there were so many scenarios. There have been so many situations that has happened between guys, like between husband and wife. Maybe you guys have fought sometimes and he has hit you. Maybe he has even insulted your family. Maybe you have insulted his family. That there are so many things that you might have been doing in that marriage that even if you forgive one, you will remember another scenario and you will not be able to forgive that thing. So there are so many things that will be coming to your head, that so many traumas, so many scenarios, so many situations in that marriage that makes you think that no, I'm done with this marriage. Let me just go. But what I'm saying, that on the case of Sophia and Davido, they were never married. Davido has never proposed to say Sophia that okay, I want to get married to you. And if we are to be honest, the only woman Davido showed to the whole world that okay, this is who I want is Chioma. If I as a lady, Timothy, I'm this jealous person. Whenever he now comes back to me to be doing whatever story is telling me behind, I will always have seen that. But you are coming back to me behind. But you are showing the whole world that this is the girl that is you are showing to you, this is the girl that you want. The whole world.
Please help us round up.
I'm going somewhere. That is the girl that you are showing to the whole world, that this is the girl I like. And you are coming back to me to tell me something else. You are not flaunting me to the whole world. You are flaunting another woman to the whole world. Why do we put ourselves in that kind of scenario? Why do we put ourselves in that kind of position? When we know that we are not there in this life or in the life of this person. And we are still putting ourselves in that kind of situation. So what is the excuse of Sophie when she now got married? Because, let me tell you something. Even Sophie and Ellie's mommy, that is Davido's second baby mama, they used to be together. There was a time they were together in Ghana with Davido inside one room. And she was already doing like a good stepmom, even to Ellie. Even when Davido was not married to any of them. She was like, I'm also, he was saying to Ellie that I'm also his mommy. I'm also her mommy, sorry. So she was ready, she was there. So what now happened? After Davido now got married, what changed? The lifestyle that you are complaining about, he's always moving around with boys. Davido has always been moving around with boys. You were okay with that situation. You were okay with that scenario. You were okay with the lifestyle. So what now changed in the lifestyle? And let me say something about Ifeanyi. May God rest his soul, is that
We don't know, and we don't know. We that we are alive, we pray we live long, but we don't know anything that will happen to every one of us. This situation has already happened to Dibang and his wife inside their home, inside their house. We have read news of a father that was trying to reverse his car inside their compound and he hit his son, and the son died. So, and I want to say this last thing about Davido's reaction in the courtroom. What I wanted to say is that we should not blame anybody of how they react to their trauma, of how they react to their past experiences, be it single experience, be it single trauma or repetitive trauma. Even Davido lawyer might have even informed Davido that they might throw this whatever your sons, whatever they might throw it to you, try to handle it. And he might have promised himself that, okay, when they throw it to me, I will control my temper. I will do this, I will do that. But when the scenario was thrown to, when the situation was, when the topic was thrown to him, for him to react, it's because it's something that is sensitive to him. He might have planned himself that, okay, I'm not going to react. Even if they use this for me, I will not react. But we don't blame people of how they react to their past experiences. We don't blame people of how they react to their trauma. So that's what I would say. So Davido is a bad guy. That is a bad guy. But this same woman has commended him so many times that he's a good father. He's the best father. So that's just what I would say.
Thank you so much, Sister KB. Thank you. I need to borrow your box, Sister KB, please.
Please, I want to talk. Good evening, everyone.
Sister Ingoing, you can't talk right now. It's not.
Hold
It's
on.
not.
Please, I think Mr. Jubri and Brighter Future will speak before you. But can I just say something that I'm just putting me, I'm not anywhere.
Sister KB, can borrow your box, please?
I can speak on both. If you want to talk about trauma,
Advocate.
yes. If you want to talk about Davido's trauma, let's not forget that Sophie had to have trauma. Because if what happened in 2015 is true, that is a very big trauma. So she too might be reacting to her trauma. I just need to throw that out there. Oh yeah, Mr. Jubril.
Yeah, thank you very much. I won't want to repeat what Lloyd and one man said.
We can hear you, Jubril. We can hear you.
Thank God, bye. Is it clear enough?
Yes.
That's my way now. That's what that.
Okay. Yeah. Emma Bino, actually, I just mean Latoya, to James Olopolano, or Lucian Affect.
Nothing to go, man.
Yeah. So, I'll be very quick. There are two perspectives I want to expatiate. One is we really don't have a functioning system in Nigeria. And that is where we are at this point with this situation. Secondly, Davido wasn't prepared enough for the consequence of his action. I'll come to that later. In the Western country, let me use USA as an example. Under their constitution, there's a family law that is backed by constitutional amendment of 14th Amendment. And these decisions are taken by the best interest of the child, according to how people have said earlier. Then there's a right for equal protection, there's a right for child support responsibility, and so on. That is not where I'm going. Where I'm going is that no matter what happens between you guys, either you are on the moral aspect, or you guys have understanding, or you guys are on the south, or whatsoever, immediately we have a functioning system, the social worker will come into play. And at the end of the day, if care is not taken, the government will take over. But our system is not functioning well, whereby the government has not even taken care of himself, not to talk about taking care of the welfare of this child as well. Secondly is Davido. If you have multiple singles, I'm talking about them not having kids for you now. If you have multiple singles, lady, right? And you decide to choose one, the praises and songs they have been praising you is because you haven't chosen. But once you choose one
expect anything from the others. Either some of them walk peacefully away, or someone will start to drag you, right? So, in such situation, Davido is not prepared for the consequence of his action that he took on, what's his wife's name? Kiloko Yahweh. What is that? You understand? Our people here will be more peluon. They are hoping that the table is going to turn to them, and so on and so forth. But in the long run, you decide to go with Chioma. So what do you think? Let's put the video in that shoe. And there's a competition between him, Wizkid, and whatsoever with this guy, the giant of Africa, Burna Boy. And they said they are going to give them the Grammy and things like that. There will be a reaction, even if he's wishing the other person good luck as well. So Tabanika multiply a lot of. So he is not prepared for the action. He will legal battery. You are going to implement it for a very long time.
1 minute, see, Mr. Jibril.
You understand? You are going to implement it for a very long time. Because even in our constitution, under 1999 constitution, right, there's something they call the Matrimonial Cost Act. Yeah, that is, you can uphold at the court of law. You know, the same operating system, Tanile, Western world, no lower, but implementation, and when you fight for implementation, you're going to really get it. Because the best interest of the child, not lower, only matrimonial cost. So there are so many things that Davido can use to get his fair share in this custody. So he should have been expecting something like this. But to pursue true, because from my own experience, I won't go personal. I was there for 3 years. You have to face the frustration. You have the money. You know, you have to have the time. You have to have the time. You have to have the frustration and the challenges and so on. Because there are some personal questions. Because in the court of law, Sophia, which is number one. Do you think or believe that this man, Davido Kiniko Adeleke, is the biological father of this thing? Answer yes or no. The same thing now, Davido. So point in the Adajoma note, they don't go with the emotions and they'll give that decision in the best interest of the child. So let me stop there for now.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Jibril. I'll bring you back when there's time. Thank you. Should be brighter future, Niti Lloyds.
Yes, ma, brighter future.
All right, go ahead.
Mr. Jibril, can I borrow your box, please? Brighter future.
All right, thank you so very much. I really appreciate everyone. Sister Fumi, thank you for your submission. T. Lloyds, thank you for your submission. I really appreciate what you guys, I really appreciate what you guys said. To be sincere, right, I just don't want every one of us to be like hypocritical, to be sincere, because I've been on this platform whereby if a man is not responsible for taking care of his kids, I think we do come out for this as in such man. I think so. You understand? So at this point, if Davido should say, I am ready, do you understand? I think we should praise him a bit. Going to the court to fight for custody, it means he is responsible. Do you understand? That's my opinion. Then in terms of, what's it called, Sophia, I think when it was rosy, when things were going on smoothly, she was really enjoying it. Because I could remember when she said, Davido is not doing this, and Davido's dad came out and said, I paid for the school fees, I paid for your house rent. I won't forget. Davido's dad made mention of all those things, that he was the one paying. And she was coming for Davido at every point in time. Why Davido every time? If you've really moved on, definitely she hasn't moved on with the look of things. Do you understand? If you've moved on,
One equals out trends in their brighter future.
That was what he said then, that he paid for social thing, he paid for school fees, he paid for, what's it called? So, but what I'm saying is, if this set of people are there for the child, do you understand? And also you yourself, you also probably for holidays, things like that, you go together. From what the man said, do you understand? This is what I'm saying, that I don't think you should just allow him. If it's once in a while, come. You cannot on holidays. You can only have access to your kid on holidays. You guys can sit down and talk about all this. Davido go le raye kaso toro. I don't want to be sentimental. Davido go le raye we want to be part-time cost or be part-time parent. It can never be chance. Let us be sincere. But even if it is during holidays, lolo 1 week, lolo 2 weeks, that year, I don't think that is bad. And it's about more ye kiniye. She and go to more dagba, more ye. I have seen in CMS grammar school. There was a kid that I was nurturing then. The dad has stroke, something like that. He was on a wheelchair. The dad couldn't go to that school for 6 years. But by the CMS grammar school, most of them, or job registry service for money. I had to put that man in the car. Says it okay? The body joy to allow money. Mo fẹ́ lè máa sunkún. Èmi ò ṣe bàbá ẹ̀ o, mi ṣe ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ o. Jọ́sọ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n àdúgbò ni o. Mo fẹ́ lè máa sunkún. Because ọmọ ẹni olóhùn ti ń wíṣì pé kí àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ òun tẹ̀lé bàbá òun for the first time. Because wọ́n bí pé òun ò ní bàbá. Sí, gbogbo akọ̀dé yìí báyìí, a kàn ń fẹ́ emotion sọ̀rọ̀. Tẹ bá mọ ibi tí pain yẹn máa ń dé lára àwọn ọmọ, ẹ gbogbo máa mọ̀. Èmi ò jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Ọlọ́run á pẹ̀lú wa.
Thank you, brighter future. Again, sorry, son, you know I'm the devil's. No, I'm God's advocate. I'm not the devil's advocate. I know that's bad. I am God's advocate. Now, she, Sophia, could you not buy no, not Sophia. Davido. Ṣé kò lọ bá ìwọ̀n kò mọ̀mọ́dù yẹn? Mọ̀mọ́dù. Kó bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ pé òkè mo kàn fẹ́ kọ́ mọ èmi ìfẹ́ 50-50 gan. He won't, and I'll tell you why later. Mo fẹ́ kọ́ mọ èmi ní access sí mi kó máa wá sí ọmọ tí bá ń ṣe nǹkan mo kàn fẹ́ kọ́ mọ èmi máa wà ń bẹ̀ èmi ní bàbá ẹ̀. Okay, máa ṣe báyìí fún wa, ṣe báyìí fún wa. Kọjọ sọ̀rọ̀. Because I don't know. Nǹkan tí bá mo máa sọ fún yín. Is it something, have they tried the family this thing, mediation, kó tó di pé wọ́n dé court? Or no family mediation was tried at all. Talo máa sọ̀rọ̀ next. Lloyd's.
House of Joy.
Okay. House of Joy, what's a coin?
No, it's not House of Joy.
It's not me. It's the lady.
It's King going. Really? Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sis. Thank you for hanging in there.
Yeah, thank you so much. I just want to chip in a little thing. Okay, so regarding the joint custody, this whole thing started when few days to Davido's wedding. I feel like he did this thing just to prepare Sophia Momodu. And no one in his or her right senses would leave a child to the supposed enemy, that is the wife. And according to the Nigerian
where is that supposed enemy? Where did you think that come from?
Because it is just so clear that Chioma doesn't like Sophia.
But that's normal now. They can't like each other.
That's why Sophia doesn't want a child to go to America. Because if what's her name? Imade should go to America, she's gonna be in their house. And the wife is there. The wife, which is Chioma, the supposed enemy.
This supposed enemy that I mentioned.
And also at the court, I feel like if reverse was the case, like it was Sophia that the whole issue of Ifeanyi happened to, Davido's lawyer would use it against Sophia Momodu. Let's not forget what Davido and his family did when they came out to say Sophia was taking substance. That was why they wanted to kidnap Imade to America. So this whole thing, I'm very sure that, I'm not sure, but I feel like these are the things that are going through Sophia Momodu's mind. And it's not as if Sophia is not telling Davido not to have access to the child. Whenever he comes to Nigeria, he do have access. Like of recent, they've been going out. I've seen a lot of pictures. What else does he want? He should go and fight custody for Dawson. There's Ellie. It's okay. They're married.
No, somebody already said that you fight custody when you believe that you're not getting enough custody. If he doesn't have that issue with the other children, we can't keep saying he should go and fight for them when he doesn't need to.
Okay, and also I felt like
he sees those ones whenever he wants to, so there's no need for him to fight for those ones.
Okay, I feel, and I also feel like whatever Davido is doing is just trying to like make people hate Sophia Momodu and the child, because why would you have an issue at the court and you come out on social media posting somebody's son picture telling them this is the son? You want your fans to go and bully this person. A sane person would never do that kind of thing. I mean, it's fine, but when the truth is supposed to be said, I would say it. You posted this man, your fans went to the guy page to go and drag him.
And the guy was so liberal.
Exactly.
But the guy
Exactly. And this whole thing, his fans were now dragging Sophia Momodu. And let's not forget, Sophia Momodu, she's in Dubai. It is Sophia Momodu's lawyer that made mention of the death of the child.
Let me say this to you. The lawyer wouldn't just go and mention that. The lawyer would have told clients here, we pay okay, to back babai, ele majade. You as the client can say, okay, no. This is the limit. Don't go there. You understand? But Sophie Boshe, she will fight with anything. She will fight with her blue cross, whatever. So don't say that she doesn't know that will come up. She knows.
But I said it is not Sophia that made mention of it. It is the lawyer.
Of course it's not Sophia, but it's Sophia's lawyer.
So why is Davido allowing his fans to drag Sophia Momodu in this whole thing? I feel like this guy is just being emotional in this whole thing. That's the thing I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you, King.
Thank you, King. My head is responding right now.
It's Smokey before House of Joy. I brought Smokey up before House of Joy.
Yeah, yes. Smokey.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Now we'll take it for me, I'll take it from the angle that obviously both partners are, I call them, everyone is bitter because for what's it called, coming from Sophia's side, I will think that, the fact that even when you look at the fact that initially from the onset, the child was denied, you had to go through DNA. They've had so many sagas together. And, probably at a point, Davido was still kind of showing her some affection, which every woman, and not to think of it, this person is a celebrity for crying out loud. So, and she definitely would enjoy the luxury life and all that bit. And table has been turned. Obviously, it's going to be very difficult for her to move on. Quite a lot of people have said, what's it called? Why is he only Imade? But from the look of things, with the little I know, majority of the other kids, they're abroad. And I don't think they will do for custody for them. But we're kind of thinking probably the other baby mamas gave him leverage, open hands for the kids, which I would say they might, thinking of the fact that probably is taking his responsibility. So for me, as long as Davido is taking responsibility for Imade, and at least from the little I can say, I still see some connection between Imade and Davido. Not that Sophie didn't even allow the child at all. I think they still go out. She still has that bond with them. And I don't think if there's a clause in it, the fact that she's kind of putting a clause that the nanny should be there with her child, I don't think that's too bad for her to kind of put a child in the check, because let's think of it. This guy is a celebrity. Our people in Manfagbo, they might be high. Anything could happen. And Choma could be busy. Anybody could be busy and all that. Family as well could be busy. And probably the child will end up in the granddad's place most often than not. So what's the fight for me? Because in as much as we could see, this lady still gives, what's it called? Davido the chance to see Imade, know that he was blank out. Imade will say no life, he doesn't know anything and all that. Obviously, every woman will be hot, or luxury life, everything, chapter is closed. But as long as they pay for her rent, feeding, school, and all that, I believe, take over, move on. Then all don't share right. But if you now get sentimental that, kò sẹ́yìn tó ń lọ sí ilé ẹjọ́ tó ń dọ̀rẹ́ tó di ọ̀rẹ́ padà. So if you have to take it to the extent of going to court, pay custody, because I believe that in aspect to pull in Nigeria, because it's Nigeria, that I've got, for me, I've got the power, I've got the mouth, I'll try my best. Try any abroad, everywhere, to kind of be more. It's every mother, especially to fine, you have the bond, you would allow the child to see the father, but you need to think about the pros and the cons. Fine, even if you and the wife, you are not in good terms, you have to put the child into consideration. In as much as we put the child into consideration, we have to think about the child's safety. This guy is not the regular man outside. This is a celebrity. He has so many, safety issues that we need to kind of look into, not just the fact that, you want to flaunt Imade, or Imade is his first child. The first child in question has been through a lot. The mother has been through a lot. So many things has to be put into consideration, because at the end of the day, she herself, she knows the family too well, because they were kind of family friends. So she knows the family too well. At the end of the day, because if David don't fight for him, it will be that probably his granddad that will take care of this child. And is of no use. You can imagine now, Davido, they've granted them shared custody. She could take the child, he could take the child abroad. When he access, it's easier said than done that just release the girl. But she believe for safety reasons, and these people they have the financial resources. Okay, my nanny should go with my child. Will keep me in check. I don't think there's anything bad in that. They could put that into consideration. So that's my only little summation. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Smokey. Thank you very much. House of Joy.
Good evening, everyone.
Sister Smokey, I need your box, please. Good evening, ma'am.
A break table.
Hey, me man, it breaks table. You know what? Let me be honest with you guys. The issue here is not about joint custody, and I'll tell you why. It's the breakdown of communication structure and respect between these two parents. They have no respect for each other. Let me tell you. Cherry, in Cotton Shelley, please, if you give me a little bit of more time, please.
Sure.
Cherry, let me tell you the facts, okay? Davido wants access. Access to the man negotiate. I'm in Nigeria tomorrow. I want to see Imade. I'm in Nigeria next week. No, not even next week. I don't think he gives enough notice. Because don't forget, today, Davido is a big star. Davido use Mokoma negotiate. Cooking negotiating Kokon. Okay? And he wants the best. Let me tell you, Davido is a good father. He wants the best for Imade. It's just the way he's going about it. Actually, you see the absence of the mother. He's a good father. He loves his kids. Let me tell you. And let me tell you, let's be honest with ourselves. Cherry Obritan Queen Sophie, she is a bitter ex. Some of us are bitter ex. She's a bitter ex. And she has the right to be a bitter ex. That's her. That's a way of managing things. That's a way of controlling things. And then she turns around and says, you know what? I want structure for my daughter. You don't tell me, I don't care if you're the president of Nigeria or the president of the whole world. You don't come in and tell me, you want my daughter tomorrow, you want my daughter. It has to be planned and structured because I want stability for my child. That's what she's doing. And you know what? I love women like her. It's not easy because she's not as rich as Davido. She's not. And don't tell me, she's not bitter. She is a bitter egg. Some of us, one from one breakfast. We're not happy about it. But that's being human. There's no big deal about it. That's being human. Sherry, Mufira, Missy position, Timbaje X, Davido. Would I be able to deal with Davido? When it comes to communication, Davido doesn't have it. That's the bottom line. He doesn't have it. Yadalara Omogo. Let me tell you, now I will put on my hat as a social worker. When it comes to custody battle like this, share custody, access, or contact or visiting order, the court listen to us. And while I'm actually report, I'm going for George Makasitani, who is stamped as an order. I'm not a big fan of shared custody. I'm not. I'm always the only time Tibako report which was like, okay, shared custody no matter work for me because I thought maybe it would be the best success of that child. But normally, shared custody man creating unnecessary instability for any child. Let me tell you, 2 days you're with mom, 3 days you're with dad. The school, okay, you take your bag. Oh, I forgot my lunch bag at dad's place. It is not good for any child. The best thing, the best approach, divorce happens, separation happens. It's normal. It's okay to do that. Please set aside our differences and let's do what is in the best interest of our child. Until Taban listen, Jerry, okay, and the mama feel life when you see what mama decided for you. Care about George. I want George Marka report how I bill any. And what's my report based on? My report will be based on what I've heard from the school, my observation of the child. And I will look at the history and I will dig into the father and the mother's life. The childhood experience. You want that? You want to expose yourself to that? It's not. Too easy, Rara. You don't want that. You need to go through it now. But and make sure my kids' name will never enter any court record. Never. Oh, the real coming in our mom in the court record. So it will more impact. More impact. To Bawari bitter social worker. That social worker will be against you because she has power when she's in that court. She has a lot of lawyer go mama for any coffee at it. You want coffee because the lawyer wants you to be on their side. And what if they live when you saw one way in your 2 more money? You can't be doing that. Sophie and prove it. You know what? You can be the biggest star. I don't care. I want the access, contact with my child to be structured. You can't turn up and say, tomorrow, no, she doesn't want that. She won't exercise a right here as a parent, as a mother. That's what she's doing. And she has the right to do that. But imagine, why did Sophie people weaponize it? She's doing that. That's the only weapon that she has. That's the only weapon. Position. If I found myself in this position, what would I do? Would I do anything differently? You know what they need to do? Around you. But you know what? Davido is a mighty boy. Anybody you can. That's the problem. Hey, hold George. People apologize. No. Come on. Come on. But don't wear they need to get out of this social media thing. Thank you very much. Sisi Dupe, you said something earlier. I don't know if you want me to talk about it.
Yes, please. The difference.
Share more difference to one way. It all depends, you know. So let me explain the joint custody aspect of things. So joint custody means that both parents will share the responsibility of raising the child. And what does that mean? You will have major decisions together in matters relating to education, health, welfare of the child, the father or the non-resident parent. Usually is the father. The father are the non-resident parent. And mama make
share custody, let's say.
Share custody, yes. Sharing me, I want me, so if they share custody, I want it to include wípé ọmọ yẹn mama spend 50-50 time pẹ̀lú wa. Some parents, some father, non-resident
Okay,
parents.
so the shared custody can be, what's that English? Can be adjusted.
It can be, it depends. Nǹkan tó bá wà no court order. So yẹn, òun ló máa stipulate what does that mean. Okay, ìyẹn ló máa stipulate. Ṣé ní kò tí ò yí àwọn èèyàn kan? If you're in England, if your name, your father, if your name as the father is on the child's birth certificate, automatically you have what they call parental responsibility. You have legal rights.
Is that same in Nigeria?
Me monk Nigerian law. Me monk Nigeria, and I don't know anything about American law.
Yes,
as well.
it's the same. It's the same. If you put the name of the father of the child in the certificate, yes, you can't even do anything without the presence of that man.
Tí wọ́n yẹn sọ fún mi pé school ò lè fún wọn bàbá ọmọ yẹn ní report ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ ṣe ṣe fún pé if his name is on the birth certificate, okay, and it's a relevant parent, tí o ṣe absent father is significant in that child's life. It's a significant parent. You cannot stop him. With the soft school. So, when this file, the man back call.
HOJ, could you absence in Nigeria? Could you absence
in Nigerian law?
No, it's Nigerian law. Nigeria.
School pay me. When you see Baba your back call, you must share that school report with the father, and I will prove it. Reason to much confirm. Sherry, the other one, that's share that the legal access, man penny contact order. Okay? Ọmọ yẹn ò gbé lọ́dọ̀ mi, ọ̀dọ̀ Sisi Dúpẹ́ ló ń gbé, but mo fẹ́ regular access sí ọmọ yẹn. America máa ń pè ní supervision order. Okay? Court àwa stipulate pé okay, every week, how many hours? What does that contact look like? Is it supervised or unsupervised contact? Depending on the situation. So, man penny access. Access is your mommy. Sometimes it's a form of telephone calls. Only the indirect contact. I mean, doesn't have to be direct contact. So it depends. Lawyer might be a joke. Then the court will ask Kafkas in the UK or social workers. I will the court team. Okay, write a report about this. What do you think? What is your opinion about it? They will investigate. That's it. That's the difference between it. Me mo answer question, Ima.
Yes, indeed. We just needed to know.
So the joint custody is two. We have the physical and the legal. I don't think the physical is the problem with Davido because he goes and see Imade anytime. I think that legal is where he's coming from, and one person cannot do anything without the other person agreeing to it. So I think EBT problem. Well, so I feel what is so that legal part gone. Me Davido after. I don't think it's the physical because I feel Toba Ferry Imadi anytime. He can be
Mrs. Young. Davido does not want to negotiate. Joint custody. Madam means Davido need to negotiate pẹ̀lú Sophie Amo. Mumbo in Nigeria next week.
No, but they will still need it. The 50-50 looks like
negotiate. But you got on one Sophia man travel. Like if she wants to take that child to travel with Davido,
they will need to don't communicate in here. And so normal life. I want to communicate.
But no, House of Joy near airports. Okay, let me use myself as an example. Èmi nǹkan tó jẹ́ kí n lọ gba sole custody ọmọ mi nìyẹn. Òun náà mo fi sọ pé ní Naija kó jẹ́ deadbeat tórúkọ ẹ̀ bá ti wà nínú certificate wọn ò fún ọmọ mi ní Nigerian passport wọn ní bàbá ẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ kọ consent. Mo tún sọ fún pé bàbá ẹ̀ ti kọ́ ní kí lọ mú death certificate wà. They will not give you Nigeria.
American passport. They are so American passport. Oh, they
so when it comes to Nigeria,
no, you can. American passport.
You can in America, Nigeria is patriarch system of government. Nigeria is Sisi Dupe monocourt. Apada no court ní kí n tó gba so èmi àti ex mi ó tẹ̀ wá Ọlọ́run wá bá fi ro
ó lóun ò fẹ́ ní ti ń pa ọmọ nǹkan tó tẹ́ bá fẹ́ ṣe pẹ̀lú ọmọ so òun lọ́jọ́ kọ́ tètè fún mi ní legal custody ọmọ mi so I just in Nigeria.
Kó fẹ́ fight ẹ̀ ni wọ́n ní fún yín.
A máa ṣe joint yẹn ni o mo dẹ̀ máa bẹ́ẹ̀ di ọ̀la ni so I feel in Nigeria it's a patriarch system of government, you know, the men always have the upper hand and it's the truth. That single mothers that have gone through it, they will tell you. So Ojubelo.
Answer, are you done with submission, ma?
Hey, you can use my box. Thank you so much. You know, I mean,
Ṣé wàá kí n gé pàtì yẹn kí n gbé síta submission yẹn.
ẹ ṣàrọ̀ fún mi lẹ̀ báyìí. Ẹ bá mi change ohun mi.
Okay.
No, àwọn ọ̀jọ́ ẹ̀ ọ́ máa blọ́ yín. Ṣé fẹ́ máa blọ́ orúkọ yín? Ọ́ máa fi kíní sórúkọ yín wọ̀n ní orúkọ yín but just the voice.
Kò tí kò ní ẹni tó bá ti gbọ́ ń bí fáìn tí ò bá gbọ́ a tún máa gbọ́ lọ́jọ́ míì Ọlọ́run nípa SOG.
Èsì dúpẹ́ wọ́n ní plantain chips again.
Answer, Gemma, I'll borrow your box. Sister, thank you, ma. Thank you so much, ma.
Sister, you know?
Sister Naughty. I don't know if I'm saying the right name. It's not your no, it's not. No, I was just like, because you asked that you wanted to speak. It's not yet your turn.
Yes, please. I have something to chip in. So
no, it's not yet your turn.
It's
not yet your turn. Yes. Ara. Are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, so it's your turn to speak, please.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I want to say one or two things. From what you said and the last person that called. First of all, you can see Mas Honipe, kò sẹ́ni tí ò ní right láti rí ọmọ ẹ̀. As ọkùnrin or obìnrin. But from my own angle, what I'm seeing here is they have this issue of communication and pride. Both of them. And I'm going to say this to buttress what this last person said. I'm going to use a case that I'm involved in. Separation came due to, this one is domestic violence. And I remember I was the one that told the person, go to Lagos State. They are very good. They will handle it well. And what they told them eventually was, okay, you guys have been separated for like 3 months. So what do you want? And apparently the guy was shocked that Lagos State called him because he's a pastor. And at that point, Lucia had dawned on him that, oh, the church must not know and all that. To cut it short, Lagos State said, okay, you guys will go your both ways. And if you want to change the children's school, you cannot do that on your own. You find a school and let the father choose. I'm trying to come into what the last person was trying to say. As far as Lagos State, I'm not sure whether it applies to Nigeria as a whole. So she chose the school. I mean, look for the school. The guy picked the school. Now, the final thing Lagos State did was, okay, how do you guys do with the children? And they told this guy, okay, you have access to these children. Every 2 weeks, you can see them, open space, and be with them for 3 or 4 hours. Now, I will go back to a place of communication. The guy felt that I'm a pastor. We should not allow unbelievers to decide for us. That is his own point. And now this lady is looking beyond. I don't care whether you're a pastor. I'm no longer your wife, even though we just separated. But the fact is that I want to feel safe. You have the right to see your children. It's almost 3 years now. This guy refused to see his children because of that. Sometimes he's paying the school fees, sometimes he does not pay. And the next thing, he moved out of Lagos. Now he's claiming that he has every right to see the children. And I told the lady, I said, look, you can't deny him this. It is his right. But Lagos State is saying you cannot take these children out of Lagos. And the woman too cannot take the children out of Lagos without the man. So what the guy does is when there's an occasion, maybe somebody's birthday or something, I want to come and take my children. And the lady will say no. The one Lagos State said we should do, you've not even honored that. You've refused to see your children, but you just call me one day, you want to take them somewhere. So the truth is, until they're able to communicate, I think, we may think we know what is really going on. I think we know in part. We may really not know what they are still dragging. And it has led them to, okay, let's go have this, I want to have the custody or whatever. That's why they are fighting. I am not saying we know all, but I think we still don't know a lot. So I told this listen, anybody that hears this thing will say, you've denied this guy of seeing his children for the past 3 years. Then I think late last year, I said, you know what? Go back to Lagos State, you yourself. Go and report that this guy has refused to see his children. And what I notice is there's this pride. I am a pastor. So whatever that is dragging both of them, we may not know the real thing. What Davido is holding on to and what the woman is holding on to. But for the sake of people listening to this, I think we shouldn't allow our children to go through this stress. God bless you, Mama. Communication and pride is driving both of them. And they need to think about the children.
Thank you, Sister.
We don't know what they are telling us.
So that's pretty much it.
Thank you, Sister. It's small polo.
Thank you, Sister Sarah.
Sister Sarah, one time you want to
Yeah, I'm done.
Your submission is fantastic for me. Because our meetings, they need to do. They need to.
That was a powerful submission. It's a powerful.
Thank you.
Very, very powerful.
Please, you can use my box. I'm done.
Thank you, sis. Thank you. We'll do that.
Hello, everyone.
Okay. Hello.
Kò sí nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ tí àwọn tó ti sọ̀rọ̀ before me more it is, but I'm just going to elaborate. See, on issues like this, I think it's a sensitive issue that we all need to be very careful of, because number one, kò sí anybody tó bá wọn gbé. We are just giving our opinions and expression about what we read online and what they come out to say. We really don't know what they do to themselves or say to themselves or have experienced personally without anybody being there. This one comes on here and say, could for me custody or more. That one comes, the mother comes on here and say, bye. That is what we all are basing our judgment on. Let me give you an instance. I have a situation whereby there is a man, but first 2 children, Tony, they were girls. He decided to step out because with the influence of the mother, because Yahweh first to be open, and the mother-in-law was like, they went ahead and introduced another lady, Omari Obirinkan, Sikonakon. But don't she di ele tó wà lé tó jẹ́ ìyàwó ó ti lóyún but ó ti fẹ́ lómi lóyún níta ẹni tó wà lé ọmọ. So now what am I trying to do? Fortunately for him, Ọlọ́run gbógo fọ́lẹ̀, the woman at return ti sọ pé kò lè bí ọkùnrin yẹn, ó ti bí ó wá oyún tó ní ọkùnrin ni. Eléyìí tó fẹ́ síta ó bí obìnrin, ìgbà tó máa lọ ṣe scan ó ti rí kóbìnrin ni ó parọ́ fọ́kọ pé wọ́n sọ pé ọkùnrin ni. They started maltreating the one at home like it was crazy. But I don't want to go in depth. See,
the influence, I don't know, Chioma. I'm going to speak based on me or more Sophia won't me, but the video is somebody that I liked. And then still make mention which I really appreciate. She won't ní àgbàlagbà ni. Àwọn méjèèjì ní àgbàlagbà nílé tí wọ́n lè bá wọn dá sí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn without coming on air.
Àwọn méjèèjì lágídí.
But thank you, ma. But Shewari, one thing Davido could have played. Look, I'm not telling him, please, emphasis on could have. He could have played the bigger person because of his position, because of the grace. Like, in what sense? You could have just called this woman. There was a time there was an affection. That child was created out of affection toward between the both of you. You could have just sit back, look at those times, even though you are legally married to someone else. Talk with her. What is the problem? You have the money, you have the connection, you have the aura, you have everything. Talk to her. You cannot just come to fight custody. There is a way. Charity or you will get their mumu button. Despite the fact there is a way. But when you come out and start showing power and start showing that
small blow. I said that is risky. Because if I try to try
thank you. Sherry, influence Chioma would protect, and I don't blame her. She will protect what needs to be protected. Story tí mo sọ lọ́lẹ̀ nǹkan yẹn. Tí bá sọ fún yín pé nígbà tí ìyàwó ilé tó get to know pé ọkọ ẹ̀ ti fẹ́ èèyàn síta. Ó ṣe everything pé kó mú ọmọ yẹn wá òun á gbà because kò fẹ́ the same situation that I explained nísìnyí. If I tell you now that pé mo lọ síbẹ̀ mo lọ wọ ọmọ mi mo ṣe kíníkan wọ́n ti bí ọmọ mẹ́rin nísìnyí. So that is the influence tí legal wife tó lè ní. I don't think Davido would have any problem to go see that child because at least kí ìmádé tó dàgbà tó yẹn àti máa rí pé they spend time together and everything. Àti ń rí dáadáa on social media kó tiẹ̀ tó di pé ó dàgbà tó bí tó ṣe dàgbà tó yìí. So but if the lady says, okay, I want those children under me, so that I don't want you to have an excuse to go there and sleep with her and start having babies, then you come back and tell me it's a mistake. It's understandable from the wife's perspective. So if you're not seeing a little bit of Chioma's influence in all these things and it's not negative, trust me, please don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm not saying her influence
as a small pledge around up.
Okay, ma. Me also influence shaking, but she's trying to protect her own what is it called? Her own territory. But for the betterment of that child, I think our Mr. Dili Momodu and Daddy we can come together and tell them, what do you want? Can you fair, can you be fair? So that Kiyomo Yakuli is stable and structured. Like the last person said, because cohesive kosanko pike yon to ni omo kan ko fi omo e sile under your watch. It's not easy, ma. Honestly, I'm not taking sides on both. I'm a fan of this or I'm a fan. I'm just trying to see things from a normal perspective. All right, thank you.
Thank you so much for your submission. I'm going to borrow your box. Sister Rainy Day.
Hello?
Rainy Day, are you there?
Yes, I am. Rainy Day, Rainy Day.
Oh, sorry. Rainy girl, Rainy Day.
You have talked to me, T. Lloyd.
No, I wanted to know. You said small flocks.
I said small plow. Should be piano.
Oh, I thought you said flocks.
No, I said small plow. I'll be plow, Danny.
It's plow. Rainy girl. Thank you. I'll be brief because I think Small Flo has mentioned most of the things I wanted to talk about. But I'll just add that my submission is definitely it's a case of immaturity from both ends. And that's been mentioned a lot of times. And unfortunately, Imade is the pawn in their game of chess. And it is so sad to think that what both of them are doing now, they think they are doing it in the best interest of Imade, which is not the case. If Davido gets 50-50 custody, or 50-50 in Nigeria, I'm sure he would want to take the child to the US. Once he takes the Imade to the US, there will be another lawsuit that would most likely favor Davido, because in America or in other developed countries, I am sure they cannot use the accidental death of a child as a sole reason to not grant custody. Because that is, although it's a very serious issue, but it is accidental. And which somebody has pointed out that it could happen even with the best of moms. That's the first point. And the other thing I want to mention, see, bitterness, pride, using a child as weapon, feeling left out, fear, and all those things should never supersede the interest of a child. And that is what is happening here. People are saying, and she's because she's a mom. So if it's just your one child. So what? Is that enough a reason to make a child not have a full access to her father? And then if what's her name? Sophia has moved on, and she's also married to someone. Should Davido go and fight that the child Imade must leave because there's now an enemy too that Sophia is married to? Let us leave all these sentiments and train our daughters well. Let us train our daughters to know when to leave. When it is honorable to leave a man. When it is honorable to not fight where we shouldn't be fighting. This man has not married you. Chioma is not your enemy. Chioma is even a victim in her own side, because she's the one that will be having to deal with things that if she had married a man that does not have baggage, she won't be having to face. So why are we putting blame to where it is not? A man has you have a child. A man has said he doesn't want to marry you. Fine, let's abuse that man. Let's say everything, but live with honor, and move on with your own life. If Sophia had been strong enough to do that, I know that this thing, Otimani, or just the way we don't hear about other children's custody battle, this one would not have gotten to that point. But this is my only apotieri. This is my only hope. This Imade, when she is 18, I won't be so surprised that she will move away from that mom. Because all this obsession over Imade because you're trying to prove a point, I'm telling you, it doesn't speak any good image on that child. I'm not after anybody now. I'm after the child. Imade, let us put ourselves in Imade. I'm not putting myself in Sophia's shoes. I'm not putting myself in Davido's shoes. Let me put myself in a child. If I have two shameless parents that are just doing whatever it is they are doing, all because they are trying to fight or make a point, how will I feel? How will I feel if my daddy loves me, or my mommy is saying he must not see me? Or if my mommy loves me and my daddy is saying no, she must not see me? So I'm happy that a lot of people have brought out the points about how in developed countries, thank you. In developed countries, and I really hope that both of them will learn from this and move on. Thank you. Thank you, ma. God bless you. Sister Rainy Day, I'm so sorry. Rainy Girl, I'm going to borrow your box. I blame this on Mrs. Young.
Yeah, it's my turn.
Mrs. Young, I blame you, for real.
Blame me for what? I would have shown you my jollof.
When everybody's skipping me, when am I gonna talk?
No, away. You just
you just came up.
Got to your turn.
No, I didn't just come up.
It has not got
here before. She was here before.
It's in the house of joy near your boxing one for one.
Ẹni yìí ti wà ń bí tẹ́lẹ̀. No, mi ni wọ́n ṣáájú yín dé mi ò mọ bọ̀ mo sọ pé lóòótọ́.
Wọ́n ṣáájú èmi délé mi sọ fún yín.
Mi ò yí jiyàn. I thought
you were not. Sísí dúpẹ́ inú run mi ẹ jẹ́ sáré sọ̀rọ̀ mo lè bí.
Yeah, because before after Mrs. John,
I've been here since so.
Not I know when you came. I was even part of
you
the
would,
people that
yeah.
hold on.
Cherry go make that thing waste time. Hold on.
Hold on gbogbo yín ẹ jọ̀ọ́.
No, I just want to Mrs. John after you is no.
Àti tó sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ni láìkí nǹkan tó ń sọ.
Submission wọn náà sọ. Ẹ sọ fún Mrs. Young. Kí tó sọ̀rọ̀ for all lovers of gold. Please patronize Abby Gold. She's Abby Gold on TikTok and Instagram. That's her number there. Screenshot my screen. From 18 karat to 24 karat, diamond jewelry, wristwatches, gold bar. If you see other designs elsewhere that you like, you can screenshot and send it to her. She posts anywhere, and she's reliable. If you want to do something idea with her, you can also contact her for that. And she has Rishi design. Go check on her TikTok page and you will understand where I'm coming from. She sells ice. Ice. And if you want to use it for, she sells Maruto. And if you want to use it just to keep money at home and you just want the bar, not the one you will wear, she has it. Happy Gold, use it to put money away.
Everybody. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Before I start my conversation, I want to ask a question to all the Abiamos. If you don't have children, you don't need to answer. You will not understand this question. But if you have kids, how many of you, because we've asked this question several times, would leave your ex or your partner, God forbid, and decide that you want the children to remain with your partner rather than you? Because I've seen a lot of women say this, that so I don't know the double standard. I don't understand when it comes to children. We all know how we women we can be. We are so overprotective of our children.
But they said Davido is not asking for full custody.
I know. I'm not saying. I'm just. He wants the joint custody is like they should both have decision. Number one, they are not even married. They are not married. It's not a case of divorce. I just feel the girl won't show mistake. Nobody can drag her son with her because Sherry,
no, that's not true. Mrs. Young, that's
I'm still like, okay, whether it's true or not, but the man cannot. The man is rich, but he will not fight.
The man doesn't want the child.
No, even if he doesn't want, in Igbo land, one thing is that I know about the Igbos. But anyways, back to this thing. And Tito Emma Binu, okay, me first already concern, not but you're coming to say I want to answer only child. What if he's the only child? Be your kono bí Yorùbá ṣe sọ nìyẹn kọ́nà bá wa tọ́ ọmọ wa kọ́nà bá wa wo ọmọ wa kéèyàn bí ọmọ 20 gan ó ní lajú ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kítà lùbọ́ kó wọ̀. And this is not about Davido, this is not about Sophia or Chioma is a nice person. Sherry Chioma, but if I were to be Chioma, I said it today, I would not accept that child in my house. And I will tell you why, because I'm anti-feminist soft spot. Because they don't even like me. The mother of this child does not like me. I don't like the mother of this child. So I don't think Davido on think this through. Me so boya daddy one thing get true because anytime bajai like it no like him gbogbo yin ejo like ara yin ni. So wisdom no yeki every one of them coffee play game with you. And a lot of people say people are not looking at it from Davido's side. Shall we double standard mark by me? With that act, to was it to Wabuloya, all subjects on social public bullying. I was on his comment section and come and see the way people were insulting him. I know Davido, Davido should reply when you. Me reply one hate comment on that child. And you can't be on my any weary. Well, I was forced, I don't comment on people's this thing. But I was like, why would you call a child weary? She can go through comments.
Was that on Davido's
on Davido's page, stop posting pay woman lawyer yẹn. So a lot of people were giving their this thing. Now. So kini koko nko kini ọmọ tó sọ pé onífẹ̀ẹ́ tó ń bú. What kind of love is that? I just feel that he needs to talk to his fans. A lot of them are so crazy that they overdo things. If you insult that child, you're insulting Davido. Teba hates your mom. Teba hates your mom. Komi Beke hates your mom because Davido's blood is running through that girl's vein. I don't know how some of us think. And Shewariwa, Tabat Sopa and She fave. All in the name of is my faith. Tabari o to Eje Kamaso Sisi Dupe Edomi Nipe Random. Toba Epe one single man. No what's your platform yìí tó wá sọ̀rọ̀. I know how a lot of us that want be by. I want be by. I want to support Davido tí mo rí tí mo ti rí comment wọn. Àwọn ló máa kọ́kọ́ attack máa yẹn. Kò sí tọ́tọ́kùnrin wá sórí platform yìí ọmọ máa attack ọkùnrin. What did you do, sir? You too, sir. What did you do? Sir, what time? Why did you not do it like this? Ṣé báwọn náà lọ sọ pé who be more must stop? Ṣé báwọn náà sọ pé who be more must stop? Obìnrin tó bá ti lóyún fọ́kùnrin. Number one, Sophia kò ló gbé Davido lọ sí court. That's number one thing you guys should know. Davido ló gbé Sophia lọ court. So what are we now saying? Ẹ wá sọ pé she's bitter. Of course she's bitter, just like what House of I agree that she's bitter. But ẹ lè sọ fún ìyá àjẹ́ bó ṣe máa ṣe ọmọ òun ló bí nǹkan ẹ̀. So ko fight Davido fún child support. Mi ò rí pé ó sọ pé you come and be paying nǹkan tí Davido bá lágbára ló fún wọn. And I think she's fine with it. So why would you even want to take the only thing? Ojúkun ẹ̀pà ojúkun èrè ọlọ́run máa jẹ kárí láburú. Sophia is not getting younger anymore. Ṣé lè mọ̀ pé àwọn obìnrin tó bá ti ń dé certain age kan sí dúpẹ́? Ẹ́ẹ̀gì wo ò fighter dáadáa bíi ti tẹ́lẹ̀ mọ̀. Davido ọlọ́mọ bàbá ọlọ́mọ púpọ̀ ni. Father Abraham have many sons are Father Abraham. Ibo ni ẹ fẹ́ kí ọmọ obìnrin ti bẹ̀rẹ̀? Ọlọ́mọ jẹ kárí. Mi sọ pé nǹkan kan máa ṣe ọmọ yẹn. Bọ́ ọmọ kan ṣoṣo téèyàn ní ẹ wá sọ pé àwọn yẹn sọ pé ọmọ kan. Ẹ filẹ̀ o. Ẹ jẹ́ kó bo nǹkan ẹ̀. Gbogbo ẹ̀ ń tẹ̀sán pé kó dúró de 18 years. Ṣẹ́rí 18 years yẹn gan àti ìyá àti bàbá kò ní sí tó máa gbénu wọn. Ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ boyfriend ẹ̀ ló máa ṣe lọ last from boyfriend ó tó ló máa lọ college. Àbí? Kò ní gbọ́dọ̀ yà kò ní gbọ́dọ̀ bàbá tó bá ti wà ní college. From college ó lọ lé ọkọ.
Is it Mrs. Young? Is the Davido asking for too much to say, okay, I want access to this child maybe once in a while for me to?
It is not Sisi Dupe. The custody is not a once in a while. Sherry, just like what House of Joy said. Sherry Davido Fefi. See the physical. I don't think the physical custody is the problem. Sophia ò ní pé kọ́ mo máa lọ sí America because I follow her Snapchat and I saw some of the things she post. Ó ní tí ọmọ yẹn bá máa lọ America náà ní gbọ́dọ̀ tẹ̀lé. Ṣọ́pọ̀jù fún abiyamọ ibi tẹ́lẹ̀ ọmọbi tó mú ẹ lọ sí Sídúpẹ́. I'm not going to be there. And Ademonko, we know what is going on between Davido, Sophia and this, they don't like each other. 3 of them don't like each other. So if I say I am not going to be there, but my nanny should go with this child, I don't think it's too much, Sisi Dupe. Looking at the fact that the 3 of them can, just like you said, they cannot even sit. And Davido go kongbele. Taba maso ko sheni to ngbele no. Ibi nani no mushi ma wo there.
Mrs. Young, at whose expense should the nanny go with?
As whose was?
Expense.
Ìyẹn wá kọ èmi ẹni tó bá sọ pé kọ́mọ wá sí Amẹ́ríkà ni. Ṣebí bàbá ló ní kọ́mọ wá sí Amẹ́ríkà kó sanwó nání.
No,
Kó sanwó nání tó bá máa wà.
no, I don't.
No, if you want to see your child, come to Nigeria. Kò ṣe pé wá sí Nigeria. She has never restricted you to see that child in Nigeria.
But she takes the child out of the country, though. Why can't he take his child out of the
Nǹkan
country?
ayọ̀kan tó jogún lára Davido tí Davido bá kú kò lè jogún ẹ̀. Nǹkan ayọ̀kan tó jogún nìyẹn sí sí. I'm not looking at it. I'm looking at it like tó bá yẹ pé mi náà ní ọlọ́mọ ni mí Sisi Dúpẹ́. Ẹ sì mi ò lè wálé ní wá náà fẹ́ gbọmọ lọ́wọ́ mi. Gbogbo nǹkan tó bá máa gbà ni mo fi máa bá jà Sisi Dúpẹ́. Èmi tí mo mọ bí tí mo ti ń bọ̀ tí mo ti we sleep together. The child is with me almost all the time.
So,
We
Mrs.
cry
Young, so if you
together,
get
we
married
do
now,
things
so
together.
if you get married now to another man, Mrs. Young, that child would live with you, right?
If I what?
If
No,
you
she's
get
married.
to
No,
another
she's married
person
to
now,
another man.
that child will live with you, right?
I'm married to another man. My child is living with me. Kill and
So
son.
what if Davido now say he doesn't like that to go?
What right does Jamie saw in that
What right does he have?
Right, Jamie saw for you, why are we like this? And you don't marry this person.
Mr.
Why
Young,
would you
I
tell me?
don't.
No, Timoid, that is not stopping from marrying whosoever you want to marry as a man. Why would he now tell me the kind of man I want to marry?
No, that's not
Why
what
are we making it a man?
No,
Like,